Hey guys, my name is Josh Thomas. I'm the host over at TheBitBlock.com, and today it's an absolute joy to be able to take you on a video tour of one of my absolute favorite WiiWare titles, Jett Rocket. This game is now downloadable in North America, Europe, as well as Australia for 1,000 Nintendo points. It's developed by Shinin, who are the same developers that brought us other WiiWare titles like Fun Fun Mini Golf, as well as Art of Balance. Both of those are also really fun games as well. Alright, so let's not waste any more time. Let's jump into it and start having some fun. Alright, so Jett Rocket is an action-adventure platforming game where you use the Wii Remote and Nunchuck to control. Of course, the analog stick on the Nunchuck is what you use to move Jett Rocket around, and if you tap the A button, you can make him jump. So pretty simple controls, very easy to get the hang of. The plot behind Jett Rocket is that the evil power plant posse is trying to take over the planet, and so it's up to Jett Rocket to step in and try to take them out. Here we have our very first enemy. This guy's called a Chopper Chaw, kind of a basic style enemy. To take him out, all you gotta do is shake the Wii Remote to perform a dash move, and as you can see there, it makes them break into a million pieces, and that's very satisfying to do. You can also use the dash move to get somewhere much quicker, as you can see here, as opposed to just walking. Now, if you look at Jett Rocket, you're going to notice he's got a lot of gadgets and armor on him. And one thing you can use is the jetpack. But the problem with that is I don't have any fuel in my jetpack. I'm just kind of blowing smoke here. And so what you want to do to fuel up is go into one of these platforms and shake the Wii Remote until it builds that meter up. And now that I have all my fuel, I can press the A button after I'm in the air, and I can hold on to it and hover all over with my jetpack, which is very, very fun to do. Obviously, the jetpack it's used for a lot of platforming and getting to higher up elements in the game. And so when you run out of fuel, obviously you want to go back to one and fuel back up. So we're going to make our way up here on these rocks. I believe there's a few more enemies for us to take out. Now, like I mentioned, you can flick the Wii Remote to dash into an enemy, just like this. But another thing you can do is press A and jump up and then slam down to break the enemy that way. There actually are a few enemies that require you to do that because they're too high up for you to get otherwise. And so there are a pretty good amount of enemies to take out in the game. For the most part, we're going to deal with just the basic Chopper Chaw enemies. Some of the interface on the screen in the top left corner, you can see I have 3 lives. I also have 4 hearts. You can dash into trees to find more hearts, like I just did there. Top right corner shows me how many of the solar cells I have. I have 11 of 60. You really do want to explore the levels quite a bit and try to find all of them. You don't have to, but it's something to go back in and do. This guy here that I'm talking to is going to place 4 batteries throughout the level, and I have to collect those batteries to fuel this statue here. And we can hop in this statue and it's going to shoot us off to another area of the world. So for the most part, this is the very first level, and so everything is relatively easy. There is a lot of platforming in Jett Rocket. Here's a little bit of it right here. And naturally, just like in any good platforming game, you're going to want to have a good camera, some good camera controls, and so you can use the D-pad pressing right and left to circle the camera around Jett Rocket. You can also press up on the D-pad, and that will center the camera directly behind him. For the most part, the camera didn't really give me any trouble. I don't think anybody's going to have too many complaints about the camera. It's programmed pretty well. So we got some bamboo sticks in our way here. Of course, we have to use our dash move to break them down. I could already get through them, but you know what? It's more fun to break down all of them, and so I'm just going to keep bashing through them. Now on the other side here, we do have a few more of the Chopper Chaw enemies. So I'm going to bash it. You know, I got to say, it is really, really satisfying to bash down on these guys. And of course, enemies often do spawn little solar cells for you to pick up. So we have all 4 of the batteries. I can make my way back to the robot and give them to him. But, you know, it's not a very linear game. You are encouraged to explore and look around the level. Here, for example, this is an area that I didn't go up to originally, and after I played the level a few times, I realized that I could get up here. So it really is a matter of explore the worlds. It's not like you're always on this one set path, even though everything is kind of set up into missions, much like a 3D Mario game. Now, even though you don't have to do this, you can try to collect all of the solar cells in each one of the missions. I have 26 of the 60. They are kind of scattered throughout the world. Another way you can find them is by defeating enemies. Enemies usually leave one behind. And you can also find one hidden secret spot in each one of the missions. This one's very obvious. It's just kind of introducing them to you. You jump up with A and slam down with your Wii Remote to get them to pop out of the ground. And so there's usually always those 3 hidden solar cells. And later on in the game, they actually get kind of difficult to find. Whether or not you unlock something cool like a new level or a new power-up or something from 100% completing the game, I'm not sure, but I guess I'll let you figure that out for yourself. So we're going to make our way back to our robot buddy here. I believe this guy's name is Sheffo. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but we're going to give him the batteries that we collected. He uses them, as you can see, to power the structure here. And we're going to hop in this statue's mouth, and it's going to shoot us up to another location in the world. And as you can see in the tree there, I actually missed a few of the solar cells. Once you get to a certain area of a mission, you'll see this portal. You can jump into the portals, and it will essentially teleport you to a previous area of the level. So kind of a nice, easier way to get around once you reach a certain point. Now, one of the really impressive things about Jett Rocket, and I'm sure you've already noticed this, is that it has very, very impressive visuals. Here, for example, we actually have individual blades of grass, kind of realistic, patchy grass areas. That's something that's not even in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Really impressive water, and we even have some little fishies swimming around in the water. Overall, it just looks really amazing for a WiiWare title. I would say the best looking WiiWare title to date, and actually better than some Wii retail titles. So Shinin, the developer, has just done a fantastic job visually with Jett Rocket. You can also find extra little hidden pickups, like this is an extra life, so we can break it open and grab it, and now have 4 instead of 3. You'll notice this is actually, I believe, the 3rd fueling pad in this particular world. They're usually pretty generous with giving them to you because there are, like I said, a lot of instances where you need to use your jetpack. Now these devices here are called hangos because you can jump onto them and hang. They'll propel you up to different locations, so they're really cool. Obviously I could use that to get some more of the solar cells. It's really fun when you get to chain them together, like jumping from one hango to the next one. And what we're going to do here is actually grab some hidden solar cells. I actually didn't notice these like until my 3rd time playing through this particular level. And really nice draw distance, as you can see in the engine. You can see stuff very far away. So I think we're almost to the end of our video tour for Jett Rocket. Before we end, though, I did want to show you the game has an award system. We'll go ahead and pause the game with plus and click on awards. They're basically like stamps in Wii Sports Resort or like achievements in an Xbox game. And so as you can see, there's 4 pages of them, which is going to total of 20. And so some of them would be Mr. Nice Guy, complete a level without attacking an enemy, complete a jungle level in under 3 minutes. You also got stuff like Heart Attack, Find a Secret Heart, dash 10 Chopper Chaws in 1 level. And so there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do here. They really add to the replay value. And so even though the game is about anywhere from a 3 to 5 hour game, there is a whole lot to do, and you definitely get your money's worth. So at the end of a level, you want to jump up and smash the switch, which will activate the teleporter. And Jett Rocket can jump in, and we can see how well we did. So it's a really fun game. I can't recommend Jett Rocket enough to you guys. It's a blast to play, really, really well polished. They judge you in a level based on how many of the solar cells you got. So I got 56 of the 60. It also shows you what your goal was, get to the mountaintop. So that was a really easy level. It was the first one, like I said. So that's an overall look at Jett Rocket. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I just told you, it's a very fun game. I highly recommend it. 1,000 Wii points, $10, out right now in North America, Europe, and Australia. For TheBitBlock.com, my name is Josh Thomas. Thanks for checking out some Jett Rocket with me.